Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the palettes that I bought in 2024. The palettes I bought in 2024 may not have been new in 2024, but since that's the year that I bought them, I'm going to include them in this video here. And if that's something that you would like to see, then please keep on watching. So one of the palettes I bought last year would be this Tarte. This is the 25th anniversary Tarte Reflections palette. And it is really pretty. It has a lot of shades. You can see I've used this quite a bit. It's all marked, it's fingerprinted up. I'll open this up and show you what it looks like. So it's a mix of mattes and shimmers and glitters and duochromes and all kinds of really nice stuff. I really like this palette. This is classic Tarte formula. It's easy to work with. They're easy to blend. There's no guesswork. It is really nice palette. I really enjoyed it. I didn't hear too many people mention this one last year, but I really liked it, and I did get it on sale. The next palette here is another Tarte palette. This is the Tarte Juicy palette, and I picked this up. Tarte had a big old sale there before Christmas, and I remember this one being a really popular palette when it came out, but I rarely will buy a palette when it comes out unless it's something really special. And I remember a lot of people reviewed it and a lot of people just went crazy over it. So I like it. It is a really nice palette. I can see why so many people liked it. I think this is more of a cool and warm tone, you know, berry with a few little browns in there. To me, it looks more springy, summery, but I really enjoy it, and I'm glad that I got a chance to pick this up on sale. The next palette I will mention is one that I really wanted. This is the Dark Matter palette from Melt Cosmetics, and this is a really cool palette. I wanted it because of the color story. I really liked this color story. I thought it was really unique, and I did get this one also when it finally went on sale. I went ahead and grabbed it, and I really enjoyed it. I think the blacks in here are beautiful. The bottom row is mattes and the top row are all shimmers. And it is a beautiful palette. I really enjoy it. It's easy to apply, easy to work with. This is my first Melt Cosmetics palette, I believe. So I was super excited to get that one. A trend you will see is I normally buy the palettes that speak to me, the color stories that speak to me, and then I usually like the ones that I buy. There's not too many that I don't really like. So this guy I got on sale. This is the Urban Decay Metal Mania, and I love this. This isn't from release in 2024. This was a year before, but since it was on sale, I grabbed it, and you can see that I've used this palette a lot. I love it. It's just gorgeous. It's, you know, Urban Decay, you know, traditional formula. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 mattes, and the rest are some kind of a shimmer. And this brown down here on the end, the second one to the end, is a dark neutral brown, which I absolutely love because I find that a lot of the browns I come across that are dark like that are usually warm. So I really love this palette, and I enjoyed using it, and I loved it so much that I bought the release of the Naked palette, which will be later in my video. Next, I had got the Beauty Killer 2 from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'll pop this guy open. I have used this. I do have a short video on this, and this is what the outside looks like, and there's the inside. It's a very unusual color story, and I like to have color stories that aren't every day, and I like to play with different colors, so I really wanted to try this one, but it is a lot of fun. So this one, you don't really realize or appreciate it until you actually get into it and start working with a lot of the shades. The pan sizes are huge. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes and 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers. The blacks are gorgeous. He has the best black. Very easy to work with. This black here is a glittery kind of a black, but I really loved it. I love the blue and the purple shades in here, and it was just this big pan on the bottom, that Respect. It's the first one on the bottom row. That's a great transition shade for almost any eyeshadow palette. So I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'll link the short in the description box down below. Another one I bought is, this is the Dreamy Dozen Volume 2 by Lawless. And this was on sale at Sephora, and this is a new palette. But I saw it around the holidays on sale, so I grabbed it. I've never tried their eyeshadows before. I saw mixed reviews on this one. This is a cool and warm tone little mini palette, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes and 6 shimmers. And it is, this is a nice little palette if you just want something quick, if you want to throw on something quick, a quick eye look. But the shimmers in here are gorgeous. They're really, really nice. This shade here is kind of a strange shade. It's not as dark as it appears in the pan. It's a gray black, but it's nice. I really enjoyed the look that I did. I have a short on that one too. If I can remember, I'll grab all these shorts and put them in the description box. As I go on, you know, here on YouTube, I'll eventually have shorts for all of these, but I just got started, so we'll keep that as a thought for later. The next little one is another little guy from Tarte, and this was also part of the Christmas sale that Tarte Cosmetics had from their website. I've been finding that a lot of the brands, if you know, become a member of their website or create an account, you're going to find sales there. Just like Natasha Denona had a sale yesterday. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but 30% off of some of her palettes. So it's worth it to sign up and actually join these. I mean, that's a palette, Natasha Denona, that I'd normally just wait till Sephora's 20% off sale, and there's 20%. So however, you do get points at Sephora, so I don't know. But this is a really pretty neutral palette. I love these shades here. There's 2 mattes and the rest are shimmers. And this is really cute. I really enjoyed this one. I don't have a short or example of this online, but I have used this, and it's nice. It's great quality. It's cute, little solid packaging. Very nice for a tiny palette. And I think I paid, you know, $8 for it from Tarte. Really nice. Happy with that deal. The next one here, this one is the Sigma Hazy eyeshadow palette, and I got this from Macy's. It was on sale. The color story is what caught my eye. I thought the color story was really pretty, but this is the one that, of all the ones that I bought last year, that I was pretty disappointed in. The colors, they're not very pigmented. They're very they're not opaque. You know, they're more of a wash of color than a real pigmented shadow, especially the mattes. Like some of these almost look like these ones, and these ones, there's almost no difference, you know, on the eye. And I just wasn't very happy with it. Now, I think Sigma's a brush company, but obviously they're not an eyeshadow company. But I know that the bigger pans of or the bigger palettes of theirs with like 12 or 15 shades, I've heard good reviews on them, but I wouldn't recommend those little ones unless you want that light wash of color. Then that might be something you'd want to look at. This is a fun little one. I picked this up at TJ Maxx for a couple of bucks. This is the Buxom Dolly's Glam Getaway eyeshadow palette. And I've had my eye on this online because I really like Buxom's lip products. And I have quite a few. So this is just a really cute little palette, really simple. You can see, you know, I have a kind of a theme. I like the cool neutrals. And this is perfect. And I've used this as just excellent. I've never used Buxom's eyeshadows before. So, but it's nice. It's a really nice, quick, you know, easy to work with, no fallout or anything like that. These are all really super nice shadows. But yeah, I really liked it. Had a lot of fun with it, and look forward to working with it some more. Okay, so I have 2 here from Pat McGrath that I picked up on sale. I believe it was from Sephora. So this one, I don't even know the name of this one. But it is a pink, purpley pink, no, purple, 1 purple matte and 3 shimmers. And it is really nice. I really like this. I don't have any Pat McGrath eyeshadows, so slowly, if I can find, you know, something within a decent price range, I will pick it up. But they are just, there's nothing like them. I mean, her eyeshadows are so nice, and they're so easy to blend, and they're so pigmented. Just about go on the eye by themselves. This little Star Wars one, same thing. Picked this up on sale at Sephora. And it is a brown neutral. And it's a warmer neutral, but really nice. I could just, you know, you put these on and you just feel like a queen, you know, because they're just so easy to work with and pigmented and just, you know, just in a class by themselves. But I really like this. I thought it was cute. I don't have anything like this. I am a slight Star Wars fan, but nothing over the top. But I thought that was really cute. Here's one from Fenty. This is one of the Snap Shadows. This is in Smoky. And this was on sale, and I picked this up. And I collect these. I have a couple more of these, and they will snap together. But here's what it looks like. It's just a real smoky, little cute palette. And I love Fenty. I have a lot of Fenty. I use Fenty every day. And they don't make a lot of eyeshadow, so I like to collect the ones that they do have. But I like it. I really enjoy their eyeshadows. Wish they'd expand that a little bit more. Okay, so this one is Too Faced. This is Born This Way, the Cold Smolder Nudes. And this is a cute little palette. It's in the paper cardboard packaging, though. They did give a mirror, nice big mirror, but just look at the color story. I love that neutral. Just really nice, unique, neutral color story. A cool neutral. And this is a really nice palette. These eyeshadows are more along the lines of classic Too Faced, how Too Faced used to be, and the quality of the eyeshadows. Very, very good. Was very happy to see this come out. This, of course, is the Roxa palette by Natasha Denona. And I have a short on this, and then I also got, this one I purchased myself, but I got this also in the Beautylish Lucky Bag, and I'll be having a giveaway for that palette, but this one is mine. And this is a purple, warm and cool neutral palette with mostly purple and pink and some, you know, duochromes and some really beautiful shimmers. Really love this palette. It's just a really nice palette. And if you're a Natasha collector, you have all of her palettes, you definitely want to get your hands on this one. And then not only by itself, but you could use this palette in combination with a lot of her other palettes, like the neutral palettes or the glam palette and things like that. But really love this one. This one, you know, ranked high up, is one of my favorites. Just really enjoy it. Then we have the Icy Nude from Huda Beauty. This is supposed to be their last big palette. Who knows? You know, I got to thinking to myself, that's what, you know, Motley Crue said. But here is the color story. And it's a cool neutral. You know, it has, you know, some purples, some mauves. I guess you could say the overall theme is mauve. And it has some icy shimmers, and it has, you know, all kinds of different shades. There's a duochrome up there on the corner. Really beautiful palette. I like working with this. I really do. The only thing I found is that these two shades here, the darker mattes, they are hard to blend. So they're not patchy. They're just really, really stubborn. And it took me a little bit to work with them to get them to do what I wanted them to do. But one thing I can say is there's a couple of glitters down here. These are like pressed glitters, but they are so creamy. I wore these all day in a look I did the other day, and I never even lost a flake on my face. So really, really nice, high quality palette. The packaging is really nice. Really love it. I really hope that they do more big palettes someday, but I guess you'll have to hang on to this one if you are lucky enough to grab it. Another palette that I really loved from last year. I bought this last year. I don't think it came out last year. This is Natasha Denona Hyper Natural Face Palette. And this is one of my favorites of the year. So now we're getting into the favorites of the year, and this is one of them. And I'll show you this one. So this has a bronzer, blush, and then 5 eyeshadows. The eyeshadows, they're all like almost a shimmery, but you can use the bronzer shades there as your transitions. So the eyeshadow look I have on today, I created with this palette, and I'm wearing those bronzers, the blush, and then I use those and the shimmer shades to create the eye look that I'm wearing. This is classic Natasha Denona formula. Beautiful, easy to work with, easy to blend, stunning shimmers. The bronzer is gorgeous. Now, it's really hard for me to wear most bronzers because they tend to go orange so fast because of my cool neutral skin tone. But this one's perfect. I love it. I just swipe my brush across all three and put it on, and it just blends like a dream. Beautiful. The blush is easy to work with. You could also wear those blushes as eyeshadows because she gives you this pinkish shimmer down here. So you could actually use these and this and have a little pink look going on. Love it. Absolutely love it. And one of my top favorites for last year. Another one of my top favorites I thought was great was this Urban Decay Naked, the re-release of their original Naked palette. With this has the velvet covering, and they created the shades like they did for the first time that they had the Naked palette. Now, since I enjoyed that Metals palette, what's it called? Metal Mania so much, I did pick this up. And I was glad I did. It sold out. It's a lot of fun to work with. I have a reel with these two. A lot of people you see with their original Urban Decay Naked palette, it's like they hit pan and everything except for these two. So I thought it'd be fun to try to create a look with these two. And I love it. It's great. Great palette. I'm glad that I picked it up this time around because I didn't have it when it first came out. And then Urban Decay, for the holidays, they put out this little Moon Dust palette. And I thought that was brilliant. These are little ones of their Moon Dust eyeshadows, which I have a couple. I have Lithium upstairs, but I think there's Space Cowboy in here. Yeah, Space Cowboy's in here. And I'll open it up here. There you go. But what a great idea to grab that and use it to extend the Naked palette, or basically any other Urban Decay palette that you have. But I thought that was a great idea on their part. And so I enjoy them. This is also in my top favorites for last year. The next ones in my top favorites are these two little guys from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We have the Sugar and Spice palettes. These were for their holiday collection. The Spice palette is a neutral palette, warm and cool neutrals, and the shimmers are glorious. This is classic Anastasia formula. It's a little powdery and a little kick up in the pan, but they blend like a dream. I've used Anastasia palettes for a long time. Back to the Soft Glam palette, I think was my first one. And I love their palettes. I grab them anytime that I can, so I had grabbed these two little guys. And this one has colors. They do remind you of like the spices you use around the holiday, like cinnamon and nutmeg and, pumpkin pie spice and that sort of a thing. And they're just perfect. I don't even know what else to say. Then the little Sugar palette. And this is what it looks like. And it reminds you of colored sugar. Different colored sugars that you'd have for cookies or something like that. A little different with a little bit of purple that's in here. Just really beautiful. Sugar plum, I guess you could say, would be a good theme to call this one. But a beautiful palette. Very different for Anastasia, and I really enjoyed it. So these two are also in my top favorites from last year. Two more. This is the Danessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 6. And I have been wanting a Lightworks palette for a long time. And I never had the gumption to spend the money. But I got to get this one during the Sephora sale, and I'm really glad I did because it is absolutely stunning. These shades are just gorgeous. They're perfect. They blend easy. They're versatile. This is the palette that you can actually take out the pans, so you can take these out of here. So like this. then you can take the mirror off of the lid and put it on there. So if you wanted to take that with you or travel just with the one, they stack, so you could stack the other two on the bottom of here, and they'll, you know, they'll stick together. And then when you're done, you can just take the lid off and pop it back right into the pan, or right into the case. And there it is. And I enjoy this. If you would have, like I do have the Groundworks palette, the brown Groundworks one. I want the one with the pinks really, really bad. That's on my list for this year to get. So if I catch it on sale or something, I will be grabbing it. But if you have the first Groundworks palette, you could easily extend those eyeshadows and use these ones, because there's no shimmers in that when it's all matte. So between those two, you'd have enough eyeshadow to last you a long time and to do many, many, many different looks. But these are absolutely stunning. Anything I try from Danessa Myricks is stunning, and I love the company and everything that they do. So that is one of my top favorites for 2024. Last one. This is the Gold Blooded palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This palette was created to mark their 10th anniversary of the company. Jeffree Star opened his company on Black Friday 10 years ago. So, and this is what the palette looks like. And it's a warm and neutral palette with numerous pops of color. And also what I see in this palette too is that there's like almost like elements of every palette that he's done. Like these ones here kind of remind me of the Orgy palette. You might have the pricked palette, couple shades that remind you of that here. Blood Sugar down here on the corner, Pink Religion with these ones up here. Maybe a little bit of Banana Fetish, or also Blood Money had a lot of really pretty gold shimmers in that palette. So it's kind of like he took, you know, elements from everything he's done for, almost everything that he's done for 10 years and put them in this palette. And it is gorgeous. I've had a lot of fun with this. I do have a shorts video on this palette. There's 10 mattes and 5 shimmers in here, and it's very versatile. Now, one of the reasons it's one of my favorites is because, for one, I love the formula of Jeffree Star, and for two, it's versatile. So if I want to do just a neutral, plain matte look, it's here. If I want to add a little bit of shimmer with that, it's here. If I want to sit down and do, you know, something totally different and incorporate some of these colors, I can do that. So there's blushes. You can use these as a blush. You could use some of these as a bronzer if you wanted to, like say this one or this one. There's so much that you can do with his eyeshadows and with a palette that's versatile. And I believe that would probably be why in my theme here, you can see the Danessa Myricks, the Jeffree Star, Natasha Denona, Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Naked palettes, where there's a possibility to extend them, you know, across different other palettes in the collection, or even have a palette that's unique enough to use it for different things. So it looks like that's what appeals to me. Would I go buy a single shadow? No, probably not. So the palettes that appeal to me and that I have listed as my favorites are ones that perform really well and are versatile. So that is it for me, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Don't forget that once I hit 100 subscribers, that I will be giving away the Roxa palette in a future video. I will post instructions once the 100 subscriber mark is met. And thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.